Hey, sailor, can I buy you a cup of joe?
Maggie, you are a lifesaver. Oh. That's cold.
Well, I didn't think it'd take so long to change a tire.
Oh, I suppose you could do it faster. Excuse me, would you mind heating this up for me, please?
Well, next time, don't keep the lady waiting so long.
What is this, open season on Max Holden?
Well, look on the bright side. In spite of everything, we got back to Lambview. Some coffee, a hot shower, a good night's sleep. You'll forget all the trouble it took to get here. Come on, Max. It wasn't so bad, was it?
I love your cooking. You just need to learn about spice.
You gonna teach me?
First lesson comes tonight.
Don't want to interrupt nothing here, Detective, but I got a statement to make.
A statement about what?
Your boyfriend here?
Why don't you get lost on it? Nobody cares what you have to say.
Maybe you don't, but I bet your girlfriend does. Unless you're afraid that she won't like what I have to say.
All right, come on, you guys. Let's okay, Mac.
I'm warning you.
All right, look, Perez, you've been acting like you have something on Antonio for months now. So if you have something to say, why don't you just say it?
That's what I'm trying to do here, Detective. All right? I have plenty I can say about El Leon. Don't I, Antonio? The time has come. I break my silence.
Right. Yeah, the stupid hoot owl will scare you, Cassie. Come on, come on. Just take a picture and head back to the boat. Oh, great. Hey. Oh, great. You're such a hurry. You didn't even check your flashlight. Have a breeze before you left. Who's there?
Don't kill me, please. The story's not worth it.
What in the world are you doing here?
You never forced me. It was my heart that decided. I guess my heart just knew all along. It just made sense that it was right and it was good and that we were supposed to be together. The hard part was admitting the truth to myself.
Something's wrong. What is it? Remember, no more lies between us. Tell me what I think I already know.
You know how much I want you.
But you can't make love to me now.
I can't. Not while I'm married to another man.
Marty, I love you. I love you with all my heart. But if you can't tell me the same thing,
there's no reason that we should be together.
I mean, we're both just upset and exhausted right now. We don't even know what we're saying.
No, I know exactly what I'm saying. From day one, there have been 3 people in this marriage. Now, if you can be with me and be with me alone without Patrick Thornhart, then we've got a chance. But if he has a claim over your heart, then this marriage is a lie. And it's time we put an end to it. Hey, be careful, huh? She might have to take it into consideration after she hears me out. Look, detective, I got a statement to make here, all right? And I don't want some jerk listening in while I do it, so can we go to a private room?
Look, if you think I'm letting you go...
All right, Tonio, look, if a citizen has a statement to make, he's got that right. But this better be good.
Oh, it will be, trust me.
Andy, you're wasting your time. This guy has nothing.
Tonio, there's only one way to find out. Come on, Perez.
I'm doing the same thing that you are, checking out the island that Marty and Patrick washed ashore on after their boat sank. So, have you found anything interesting?
There are a couple of crab shells and an empty pot. Not exactly worth coming all this way and stumbling around this dark, creepy shack.
So you're happy to see me?
On a professional level, it's flattering to know how you always seem to follow in my footsteps.
Excuse me, but I would have been here and gone long ago. Except I was busy pursuing another angle to the story.
Did you see Patrick down at the police station? Come on, give, Kevin. What did Patrick say that you can use?
Well, if you were there, I wouldn't have had to tell you. Now, would I? I'm really disappointed. It's not like you to pass up on getting a first-hand account.
Who said I did pass up on anything?
Did you talk to Marty? What'd she say?
Come
on, Cassie. Share.
I will if you will.
Deal. What'd Marty say?
Oh, no. Gentlemen go first.
Pearls before swine.
Age before beauty.
You'd still go first.
No, I wouldn't.
She never talked to you. Wait a minute. I thought you scooped me again.
I thought you finally won one. Oh, oh. I can't believe it. Oh, my God.
So,
Oh.
here we are. A couple of losers.
Oh, that's us, losers. Dylan, I know you're upset, and I know you must have a million questions.
No, I just have one question.
I want to talk to you. I really do. It's been 24 hours since I've had any sleep, or I've barely had anything to eat. I was in that ocean, which seemed like forever, and gosh, I can hardly keep my eyes open, let alone have a serious conversation.
What, you think it's going to make it any easier trying to talk about it tomorrow? You think that I'm going to be able to get any sleep while we're... Marty. Go on. Go get some sleep.
Thanks.
No, no, no. Don't thank me. I don't want you to say anything you're not going to mean. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Wait, where are you going?
You said you needed some sleep. I'm going out. I love you.
worry about Javier. It's all talk. I mean, what can he say? He can't touch you. You're a respectable businessman. You bought the diner for your family. You work for the best lawyer in Lambview. You're even dating a cop.
Yeah, well, nobody's untouchable.
I'll let him take his best shot. In the old days, maybe Javi had a certain something because he was the leader of the Arrows. Now, he's just a messenger boy for R.J. Gannon.
Depends on what message he delivers.
What do you mean? Antonio, does that low-life creep have something over you?
Well, now that you mention it, I was thinking about last night.
Uh-huh. Well, I dozed right off. You?
I hardly slept a wink.
I guess it was pretty uncomfortable, the two of us on the ground in those sleeping bags.
I was comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Max, nothing has changed. I'm still going back to Boston to take my vows.
You know what I think? I think you didn't get to sleep any easier than I did.
This is what I get for kissing you? Questions about my sleeping patterns?
Okay, well, what's the answer to the question? Did you or did you not really go right to sleep after our little one for the road, just for old time's sake kiss?
Okay, what I was actually doing was lying there, worrying about bears.
Bears?
Bears. Bears kill campers sometimes, you know?
In North Carolina?
Well, I don't know. I just saw it on TV on one of those cable shows.
Polar bears kill people. Grizzly bears, when they're having a little anxiety attack, do kill people. But North Carolina only has black bears.
Oh, great. So now you're telling me I could have just relaxed and gone to sleep.
Well, unless there was something else keeping you up. You know what? I think it's a really good thing. Really good thing that you brought up this bear question. I'm glad we put this fear of bears to rest.
Why?
Because I know this great place up in the Lantana Mountains where we can go camping again tonight. It's right by a lake. It's beautiful. It is so serene.
Are you
We're gonna love it.
serious?
While I was out there fixing the tire, it hit me. Our lives are going to come crashing down in on us soon enough now that we're back in Lambview. Too soon. I know you got this thing about camping and living large on life's highway.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Did you not hear a word that I just said?
Yeah, but we put the bear thing to rest. You don't have to worry about the bears. And don't worry, I think we'll take better care of our provisions this time. We'll get us a grass grill. We'll stop by my place, pick up some fishing poles, 6-pack of beer.
God, sacred vows, the convents. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Look, in 2 weeks...
You're going to be a nun. That's a long ways away, isn't it?
Max, I have a zillion things I have to do before I leave for Boston. You know, I have to notify people. I have financial matters I have to deal with.
One night. Look, haven't you ever played hooky? Hmm?
You don't play hooky from God.
Oh, that shows how little you know about God. See, because God is everywhere. He's not just at your convent or at the church. He's right here in this diner as we speak. And I happen to know for a fact he's definitely on Lantana Mountain.
Uh-huh. I suppose you've seen him.
Every time I look up at the stars. Sort of like you did, remember? Just lie back. Watch how Orion converges with Andromeda. Big Dipper, Little Dipper. If you want to get close to the Almighty, you come spend the night with me.
You are so wicked. Have I ever told you that?
Come on, one night. It's good for the soul. Come on, and you know what? If you do, you just might feel what I do. And then you just want to go to another mountain and another mountain. You know, I've never gone camping in the Rocky Mountains.
The Rockies? Are you nuts?
Totally, but it probably comes from hugging too many trees instead of something else.
You know, I recommend a lot of hot coffee and some quality time in a cold shower.
The fact is, I don't want this trip with you to end.
Hi, Dylan.
Hey, guys. How was your trip to North Carolina?
Great.
We heard about Marty on the radio. The news was kind of sketchy.
Yeah. She's fine now. She's at home, safe and sound, on dry land, so.
Well, what we could get from the news reports, it seems that she wasn't alone.
No, she wasn't. Listen, I'm gonna go find Antonio, all right?
Dylan. You okay?
That's it, isn't it? Javier's got some kind of hold over you. He knows something, right? Antonio, it's okay. I know what it's like to have Javier jerking your chain. I was his woman before you and I. Remember? And when Javier told me to do something, I did it. Right or wrong. Sometimes he still acts like he owns me.
Yeah, well, forget that. Because that man doesn't own himself. He belongs to R.J. Gannon and Colonel Asa. So if you ever have any problems, you just let me know, okay?
Well, thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, no problem. I was just doing my civic duty.
Andy, what did he say to you?
Well, Mr. Perez had quite a story to tell, and I must admit, it came as quite a surprise.
You can't believe a thing this guy said.
Hey, why don't you quit while you're still ahead, huh, Vega? Look, you can act like if you're still a Leon all you want. Bottom line is, I think Detective Harrison did believe me. Didn't you, Detective?
Oh, face it, Buchanan. You both came up empty. Havana couldn't get to Patrick, and the son had no luck with Marty. So, here we are, desperate to find something to fill in the gaps in a story.
Speak for yourself, Carpenter. I'm not desperate. I'm just here to snap a couple of pictures and soak up the local atmosphere. Because I'm sure by morning, my good friend, Patrick, will just be waiting to hand me an exclusive.
Oh, and I'm sure that my old friend Marty will be more than happy to give me an exclusive once she rests from her ordeal.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to wait till morning to see which one of us is blowing smoke. But in the meantime, there's still a couple of more pieces to this puzzle to put together.
Are you asking me or telling me?
Do you have something better to do?
Okay, it all starts with Patrick.
Wrong. It all starts with Hesser. He rented that yacht for some reason, and Patrick was determined to get aboard and find incriminating evidence.
If there was any evidence.
You sound like your boss.
I am not defending Carl. I'm just saying that...
Let Blair promote the guy, okay? Please, you're a journalist. You know what kind of guy this is. He's the kind of guy who would deliberately sabotage Patrick's boat.
You cannot prove that, Kevin.
Only because the Molly B is sitting on the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, so you're telling me that Carlo was after Marty, too?
No. He had no idea that Marty would be aboard trying to talk Patrick out of it.
Which brings me back to my original point. A man and a woman, adrift at sea. They're desperately hanging on to a flotation device all night long. And they find their way to this deserted island and somehow into this old fisherman's shack. Are you with me so far, or should I wait for you to catch up?
They're cold and exhausted and desperately trying to fight off hypothermia.
So they gather some wood and they build a small fire.
The fire would help, but they'd still be freezing. Which leaves only one alternative. Strip off the wet clothing and, warm each other the old-fashioned way.
That doesn't seem very comfortable.
Especially with the two of them all scrunched together. Then again, oh, this is pretty cozy.
Margaret, how did you know?
I knew.
I went back to the stables and I tried to settle in and do all the normal things, but I couldn't. I could only think about that last moment on the island before your husband found us. There are so many things I still need to say to you. So many things I need to hear you say to me. And look at me, I'm standing here feeling for myself, and I almost forgot how hard it must have been for you back at the house.
Oh, Patrick,
I was feeling sorry for myself. I knew that you had to talk to him, honestly. And tell him what you felt. And you knew that you were going to hurt him. But for a second, I despaired that I would never be alone with you. And then you appeared. And you knew I'd be waiting here. So you said your goodbyes. And now did say it, didn't you?
You mess with me one too many times, I'm gonna...
No, Antonio, don't. Come on, you guys. Look,
Where's our cup when
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's this piece of garbage.
No, look, I made a mistake. I wanted this to be a surprise for you, a good surprise, a really big surprise, and Antonio, you should be thanking Javier.
Thanking him? Andy, what are you talking about?
Javier Perez just made a statement regarding a certain fight at a certain pool hall on February 12th, 1989. According to Mr. Perez, he was there the night that Ziggy Martinez was killed. And Mr. Perez further states that it was one Ziggy Martinez who attacked Antonio Vega with a box cutter, and that Antonio Vega acted in self-defense when he attacked him back with the pool cue. Oh, come on, say something. Do you know what this means? This means your murder charge, your conviction, all that prison time, it can all be wiped away because of this one statement.
Well, of course, you did say that she shouldn't believe a word. So maybe what we ought to do with this statement is just, rip it up, huh? What do you say, Leon?
Well, you know, I think we should order a big old platter of super nachos and some iced tea and just stay here until they kick us out. You know, we could trade stories about when we were kids. I'll show you yours if you show me mine.
Oh, great idea.
Doesn't make any sense.
You know what, you guys are still high off that North Carolina air. I'm just gonna go on over here now.
Oh, come on, what are you talking about? Stick around.
I just want some time to myself, Max, all right? I'm glad y'all had fun in North Carolina.
Well, I guess we know what the news reports didn't say.
Max, we don't know anything for sure.
Oh, hey, May, come on. Dylan's wife is in a boat with Patrick Thornhart together in the middle of the water, in the middle of nowhere. Boat goes down. They swim to some deserted island and wait for a rescue. I think that pretty much sums it up.
Hey, look, I know Patrick. I know it must have been hell for him.
Or heaven.
Come on. You're alone with someone that you love, but they're not free to love you back. Think about how that feels.
Yeah.
It's only been a few hours since we were alone on that island. Now that we're back home and safe again, are you trying to tell me that things have changed?
No. Nothing's changed. And yet everything's changed. I know I have to tell Dylan, otherwise I'll be living a lie, and I can't do that to him or to myself. I just couldn't do it tonight. I just couldn't.
I know you wouldn't do anything to hurt Dylan. I know that. But it seems to me that he already knows, that he suspects something.
You should have seen his face when he saw that my wedding ring was gone.
It was an accident, though, wasn't it?
No, see, it wasn't an accident. It was meant to happen. Just like we were meant to happen.
So, Margaret, what are you saying to me? What are you telling me? You're saying that now you can leave him?
If only I'd been braver. I could have spared him all this pain before it was too late.
We can't change the past. We can only try and shape the future. When we were alone together on that island and you told me that you loved me, my whole world suddenly made sense. I wasn't the crazy Patrick Thornhart anymore. I was just a man in love with a woman that loved him back. And Margaret, for that moment, I could have done anything, anything. You gave me the strength to do whatever it takes to bring us together. And now you can make it happen. Just one word. Say it, Margaret. Say that we'll be together. Forever.
I tried to fight it. ever since I got back from Inniscrag. I didn't want to see you. I didn't want to think about you. I couldn't help myself. I guess Mr. Keneally was right. The moon that night, it was decided from the first moment we kissed on Inniscrag. We belong together. And no matter what it takes, no matter what we have to do, I have to be with you.
Margaret.
Please don't.
But Angel, you
I
just
know,
said...
But I'm not free. And if I give in to what I'm feeling for you right now, I'll never have the strength to tell Dylan what I have to tell him.
And to think I called you a coward.
I am a coward. In the worst way.
You're just confused about your feelings.
No, I was afraid. God, I was so afraid of what I felt for you. And I was so afraid to hurt a good, decent man. I was afraid to listen to my heart.
It takes a brave woman to admit that.
It's as if I finally see how things really are. I made a terrible mistake when I married Dylan. And I'm willing to pay for that. I don't care. But I just wish he didn't have to pay for it, too.
I wish I could bear that pain for you.
I know. But you can't. I mean, no one can.
At least it won't make it hard on you. Just knowing that you love me as much as I love you is enough. Take all the time you need, Margaret. I know how much you care about Dylan. But I trust you to decide when to tell him and how.
I know he wants to be alone, but I really think
Max, there's some things even you can't fix.
the guy's in trouble.
Of course, he's upset. Think of how you would feel if you came close to losing your wife. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I can't imagine it. You know, I never thought I would get over losing Luna. But you reach a point in your life where even the deepest wounds start to heal.
The trip really helped you, didn't it?
In a lot of ways.
Being up there with her family, surrounded by all the things that she loves, the sunsets and flowers.
I realized that Luna isn't lost.
Yeah.
She's always with me.
Is that what she said to you that day on the hillside? You did make some kind of connection with her, right, Max? I mean, what was it? What message did Luna send you?
You have a dirty mind, Ken. Do you know that? Marty and Patrick did not come here looking for romance. They came here to try to stay alive.
Sometimes the two are one and the same. You put two sticks together, you're gonna get a fire. You put two bodies in the same bed together, two bodies with a history and have just survived a life-threatening ordeal.
A professional journalist does not embellish the truth.
A professional journalist does not ignore the obvious.
Oh, the obvious.
Oh, well, that's your specialty.
One of the many, but we're talking about primal instincts here, and something that starts out as survival can turn into something else, something more.
That is positively purple. You couldn't even get that into the National Enquirer.
I thought you were dedicated to pursuing the truth, no matter where it leads. Now, what are you afraid of?
Who said that I'm afraid? I think we should just raise the level of professionalism here. There are reputations involved.
Are there?
Yes, in case you've forgotten, Marty is a married woman.
I'm not the one who forgot it.
Kevin.
Okay. as a married woman, let me get your unbiased opinion here, off the record. Let's say you were shipwrecked and stranded on a desert island in a small fishing shack just like this one with some guy that you found extremely desirable, and you just came this close to being dead. And now you find yourself cold and naked and huddled up together in this tiny little cot for warmth. Now, you mean to tell me that you wouldn't be just the slightest bit tempted?
So this is the thanks I get for coming through like a good citizen and setting the record straight, huh? You know, this is a $45 shirt, man.
All right, Mr. Perez. On behalf of all of Landview, we thank you for your statement.
I hope you're speaking for your boyfriend, too. You know, I came through for you big time, Vega. So from now on, I expect you to treat me with some respect.
Tonio, come on. This is for real. Javier just made a sworn statement, and he's willing to testify in court. Do you know what this means? Come on, say something. This means that we can finally clear your name.
Andy,
I know this is very overwhelming, but it's true. I'm going to put a copy of this on Beau's desk so he'll see it first thing in the morning. And then you know what we're going to do, Mr. Soon-to-be best lawyer in town? We're going to go out and we're going to celebrate. All right, Linda, I need you to make 3 copies of this and put a memo on the commissioner's desk.
We both know why you did this. Somebody's pulling your strings.
Yeah, that's right. Same guy who's pulling yours. Now you owe him again. Big time.
Everything okay?
Of course I wouldn't be tempted. Where do you get off implying that I would?
See, that was a hypothetical question.
You know, to some people, marriage is more than a party and a honeymoon, Mr. Buchanan. To some people, marriage is a sacred vow.
Okay, fine. You can put down the boxing gloves and the Bible now. I was only making a joke.
You know, where I come from, marriage isn't funny.
Well, that's too bad.
No, you really think you're clever, don't you? Everything's a big joke to you.
Not everything. I'm sorry, Cassie. I had no idea that it was still such a touchy subject with you.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Marty and your husband.
That is ancient history.
If you say so.
Marty was a confused person at the time, and Andrew got caught up in trying to help her. Andrew swore that nothing happened, and I believe him.
I guess it's an occupational hazard, you know? Ministers, they care so much, sometimes I guess they care just a little bit too much. But hey, you guys got past that, right? I mean, everybody in Landview knows you got the best marriage in town.
Right. We got past that.
It's late. I think we should snap a few pictures and get back to town because I've seen enough of this creepy shack.
Look, I'm sorry. Just whatever connection you made with Luna up there, that's private. Just forget I asked.
No. I want to tell you. But you were right the first time. It wasn't just a connection. Luna was there up on that hill. I felt her, and I heard her. And she told me that it was time to open up my heart. And that a person can never have too much love. And that if I would just let myself, that I would find love again. Of course, I wanted to tell her, hey, Luna, I've got this very interesting candidate, but there's a slight problem.
Don't tease me, okay?
I'm teasing you? Hey, Luna, I'm here with this beautiful, sexy woman. We just went on a trip, spent a night together in a hotel room, a night out under the stars. Guess what? She's a nun.
I'm not a... Look, Max, I really do mean it. I have a lot to do and very
Hey, a week is a whole lifetime.
A week is not a whole lot of time. I've got to go pack. I've got to get ready.
Relax. I'll take you home right now if you'll agree to let me take you out tomorrow night.
Max.
Come on, even a man on death row, a prisoner gets one last meal.
Death row? Death row? You're talking about the most triumphant, important decision
Okay, all right,
of my life.
wrong choice of words. Excuse me. Okay, let's say a party to celebrate your last week of freedom.
You're still wrong. I'm not giving up my freedom.
A going-in party, an ascension, whatever you want to call it, please. Come on, just say yes.
Well, I guess a celebration is in order. Okay, it's a date. No, we're gonna have dinner.
Okay. Good. Great. Well, then I don't mind finally bringing this trip to an end. Assuming, of course, your car doesn't break down on me again. I think you're right. Just let him have his space. In the morning, everything will look different.
If I hadn't met you in Ireland, I could have lived a long, happy life with Dylan.
But you did meet me. And Margaret in his heart, I think he already knows.
I know. What if I can't be the brave Margaret that you want me to be?
Margaret, I'd gladly give you my life, my love, and all the hope for the future. But the courage to face Dylan, to tell him that you need your freedom, it has to come from your heart.
I know. I just hope and pray that I can find it.